Things down track side for our induction ceremony to Mr. Jeff Lemish. Jeff.
Well, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? We've finally come to the time of this time of the year where we're going to have our Walk of Fame and our inductions. We've got three honored gentlemen that back in the day when I was real young. She's excited. But these three guys, Charlie Ewald, Mike Hallow, and Ron Van Roy, I remember these guys. I don't know about Larry, but when we were young, but these are the three that were inducted in the 2016 or 15 Speedzone Walk of Fame. I'm going to start out here with Ron Van Roy. Everybody knows that little coupe that sits out front there? That's what he drove back in the day. That thing was fast. I remember that. I mean, I was just a little guy, but I still remember that out there. Congratulations, Ron. Would you like to say anything?
Not a whole lot. Thanks to Fred and Earl, that's what made the car fast, so that's good. We all had a good time.
Well, that's important that we all have a good time. Larry, sir. Yeah. We're trying to hurry here because of the weather, folks. I'm sorry. This is for Mr. Ron Van Roy. Yeah, that guy there, Dave Pansky.
He was some of the biggest fans of the coupe when he was a kid. Him and his mom and all the rest of his brothers and sisters were there every night.
Oh, I hear you. I remember. I only lived a couple blocks away, and I remember going there. It's a lot of fun. Ron Van Roy, folks. Now, this other gentleman, Mike Hallow, I was too young to remember anything that you did, but I've heard a lot of stories which we won't go into because those stories are not, we'll just say family-oriented. Way to go. But Mike Hallow, you had a great run back a day at Leo Speedway. We appreciate you, everything you've done, and you also are part owner with Brian Drexler. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a brand new mod sitting in your shed that might be coming out soon.
Yes, thank you very much. And it was a very good experience I had back in the 60s and 70s. And just like to thank everybody that comes out here now and watches it. It's a lot of fun, and sure, it's an expensive sport, but it's very interesting. And I hope all you fans come back and enjoy the races. Thank you.
Mr. Mike Hallow, everyone. And this last gentleman here, well, I know there's a banner around here someplace that says, "We love you, Charlie," or something like that. Somebody put it up. But I tell you what, I remember this guy racing too. Just trying to do some track maintenance as we do this. But the most memories I have is when you were here, Charlie. I remember that night that you won the heat race and you won a feature race out here. I thought for sure you were going to be doing backflips off your car. That was phenomenal. But you've always given your best.
I better hold this because I think you're going to get tired. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Larry, for promoting the show. You do a lot of hard work, and we appreciate it a lot. I'd like to thank Bernie Bay for making us all behave ourselves, because when we're racing sometimes that gets a little hectic. I want to congratulate Ron Van Roy and Mike Powell. I raced with those guys a lot of years, and they were good racers. They probably beat me more than I beat them, but we sure had a lot of fun. We've learned a lot of good people over the years. When I first started out racing, I met Irvin Jan Schmoody, and they became my friends, and they're dear friends for 40 plus years. What an experience that is. But then I also met a young man back in the late 60s, and he became a good friend, and he's still a young man next to me. Everybody's young. But anyway, Randy Wolf. Randy Wolf has been there all the time. He does anything I need all the time. Then I'd like to give some special thanks to my family. Todd, Carla, Chad, Amy, Justin, Sheila, Toddy, Kyle, Bridget, Caden, Brandon, Andrew, Sierra, Jordan, Alicia, Kimmy, Michaela, and Jackie. Now I'd like to give special thanks to Gary Weezy, because without Gary, I couldn't have done this program. He's always been there for me, and he does anything I need. What a special person. And I'd like to say in my early stages of racing, I need to acknowledge the late Willie Schoppenhorst. He was always there for me too, so I really appreciate that. And then I'd like to thank the Napa Auto Stores of Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. They give me all that Napa know-how. And I'd like to thank the Fox Valley Transmission. They do a lot of work for me, and I appreciate everything they do. Now, if you all let me, and I think you will because I got the microphone, I would really like to touch on a few memorable moments of my racing career. Back in 1969, I won my first feature at Allegheny Speedway at Blacktop Track. That was pretty special. Then in 71, I won my first feature on a dirt track at the Oshkosh Speedway, at Leo Speedway. And what makes that so special, not because it was my first feature, but the second place to me was the late Alan Kowicki. And then in 77, I won a track championship. That was pretty deep. Well, then in 78, the track closed and I did not race for 21 years. Well, then in 99, the track opened up at this facility and they had growing pains, but so did I. I had a lot of catching up to do. But then to my aid came Brian Drexler, who became a good friend, a fellow racer, and he helped me so much to get me into a competitive mode. I guess I'll wait a minute for this tractor to go because I got a couple more things to say. Grab a cold beer and a stump. I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, I think we're free to go. Then in 2007, Samantha Doling, the fans, the track promoters, and the drivers all gave me a tremendous surprise birthday party here at the track. We had birthday banners up, we had birthday cake. Oh man, 2,000 plus people. Boy, I could see ordering eggs for 2,000 to go in the morning. But then in 2007, I had another very memorable time. Like Jeff just said earlier, on August 31st, 2007, I won the heat race and then I won the feature. What a thrill that was, winning that feature. I thought I won the Daytona 500. All the drivers lined up and gave me the high five, congratulated me. The fans were humongous. Well, when I say fans, there's a lot of great fans. Fans like Bill, Audrey, Jennifer, and Patrick Rothy. They're great fans. And you fans are great. You know, racing's about the fans. It's really not about the money. It's you people. That's what makes us race. Without you fans, we would not be here. I would not have this memorable moment. So thank you, fans. I love you all. And I'll tell you, what an experience and what a great time. Thank you for putting up with me.
Thank you, Charlie. We really appreciate it. Speechless. I just don't know how to follow something like that, but. All right, you guys, we want to take a picture with all three of you in front of the limo plaques. Okay, all of us. And then, Charlie, there's your banner up there. We love our Charlie. You've got some young fans. Awesome, yes.
Best fans in the world. There's no better fans than these fans. Keep racing fans. You're my fans. Keep it up.
All right, folks, thank you very much. And I do want to let you know that next year we have put together a committee. Irv Schmoody is heading that up to come up with our new 2016 Walk of Fame inductees. So Irv Schmoody, and I'm sure he's going to get Mike and a bunch of other guys together and start working on next year already. So
he's a good man. Irv will do well. Thank you, Irv.
All right, thank you, folks. All right, how many want to go back to racing? All right. I'll turn it back to you there, Mike.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. How about another nice hand for our 2015 inductees into the Walk of Fame? Ron Van Roy, Mike Paulo, and the man of few words, Charlie Ewald.